The woman was stunned to discover that her newlywed husband, a fishmonger, not only ate king crabs at home but also used a Rolls Royce to dry fish. Just as she was puzzled, her newlywed husband returned home. The man handed her a bag covered in fish scales, saying it was a gift he had bought for her. She opened it and, to her astonishment, found dozens of gold bracelets. Her mother-in-law assumed the woman was being disdainful and scolded her son for buying such junk. When the woman heard this, she was shocked again. It had originally been the woman's older sister who was supposed to marry the man. The two families had arranged the engagement years earlier, but the sister refused to marry him, looking down on him as a fishmonger. To avoid the stigma of breaking the engagement, her foster mother demanded that the woman marry the man in her sister's place. The sister instead married a wealthy second-generation heir. On the wedding day, the sister flaunted the Rolls Royce that had come to pick up the wealthy groom. She mocked that the vehicle picking up the woman was only a van. However, she could never have imagined that the fishmonger she had scorned was actually from a genuine wealthy family. Facing her sister's mockery, the woman swallowed her humiliation and got into the van. After arriving at the man's home, her situation changed drastically. Her mother-in-law warmly pulled her into the house and had prepared a table full of dishes ahead of time. To her surprise, the dishes were not only delicious but made with precious ingredients. Peach gum, king crab, everything was there. This was even better than what she ate at her foster mother's house. At that moment her newlywed husband returned. He knew what the woman liked and had casually bought some gifts. The woman opened one and saw a bag of gold. The sheer amount of gold stunned her, but the mother-in-law appeared very dissatisfied and scolded her son for buying a bunch of junk. The woman thought to herself that the bag of gold was worth at least $1 million, yet the mother-in-law called it junk. Then the man took out a box of diamonds and gave it to her. The mother-in-law said they were rural people and that the family's circumstances weren't good, hoping the woman wouldn't look down on them. The woman looked at the scene before her and began to doubt whether the family were really just fishmongers. The mother-in-law said they'd been in animal farming for generations. To find out the truth, the woman asked the man to take her to see the family's farms. The man showed her vast chicken farms, pig farms, and fish farms, saying that 80% of the farming area had been contracted to their family. When the woman asked about annual income, the man said that because the overall environment this year wasn't good, they only earned $10 billion. After saying that, he gave the woman $500 million as spending money. The woman was dumbfounded by the massive wealth and scale, feeling as if she had suddenly fallen into a vault. Meanwhile, the sister who had married the wealthy heir was not doing well. Her mother-in-law insisted she must obey the elders' orders in that household, and any slight disobedience resulted in being scolded. The mother-in-law even used the Chamber of Commerce election to threaten her, saying that if she didn't keep silent her parents' company wouldn't be able to successfully join the chamber. Soon the day of the Chamber of Commerce election arrived. At her husband's request, the woman came to wait outside the venue. Unexpectedly, she ran into her sister, who immediately mocked her. Her sister sneered that a village delivery woman didn't deserve to appear in such an upscale place, and maliciously speculated that she must have come to steal. Then the sister forcibly demanded to search her person for evidence. Soon the gold bracelets on the woman's wrists and the diamond necklace were discovered. The sister insisted that since the woman's husband was only a fishmonger, there was no way he could afford such an expensive necklace.